Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading for May 25th through the 31st of 2020. So we're back, and do be sure to check out your June 2020 readings. Those are going up as quickly as I possibly can do them. And happy birthday to all of my Geminis. It is now officially Gemini season. So stick around at the end, guys. I have some announcements like why I can't get into Instagram and why I haven't done my weeklies last week and why I wasn't able to do the May monthlies. So stick around at the end for those announcements. But let's get right into the astrology here. So a lot has happened astrologically, right? We can all feel that, right? Because of last week. We had 3 major outer planets go retrograde. So with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, all of these outer planets that are retrograding, they actually retrograde much slower because they are such large outer planets. So this is actually going to feel a lot similar to how we felt in January. And the reason for that is there's going to be possibly this return of an influence that was similar to that that happened at the outbreak actually of COVID-19 in January. So this is when Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all aligned on January 12th, kind of signifying the real beginning of the outbreak and the beginning of this whole COVID-19 situation. So I'll be interested to see at what this kind of energy brings up, especially, beginning this week and moving forward. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it to make sure, we're not going into some type of second wave of it or something else. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on this and see where it's going. The only other really big thing astrologically that's happening is Thursday, May 28th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. And later in June, it will be retrograding in Cancer. So watch out for that. It's gonna hit its pre-shadow June 2nd. All right, and with that, that's all the astrology for this week. So we're gonna get right into the reading now. Alrighty, Pisces. So we're going to look with the Gustav Klimt Tarot here at May 25th to 31st, not 35th. There is no such date. May 25th through the 31st for you guys. Alrighty, and it's looking like a very intense week. I feel like it's a pretty intense week for most of the signs. I don't know if it's just because everything went retrograde last week. There's a lot of energy here. Let's pull a few more. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. I need to pull some clarifiers here and there, but it's looking very interesting and very good actually for you guys. This week brings a theme of clarity about decision-making in general here. We're very aware of 2 paths that we can take of a decision that we do need to make here. And a decision that is kind of based on, well, really our heart and love. And being a water sign, I do feel that you're kind of coming to peace emotionally with a decision here. And you're being led by your emotions towards something either having to do with love or a love for a career, something that has a lot to do with your emotional passion for something or someone here. So there is clarity when you get the Ace of Swords. There's a clear decision and triumph, again, over what the Lovers here brings in, which is a decision. A decision based on love is really what the Lovers, yes, is known for, but it also brings up this end of isolation type of energy here. It's a formation of a bond really based on love, honor, and trust. So for some of you, you're deciding that that's really what you want, either within a relationship or, again, you're making a huge decision about work. But regardless, both of these kinds of things has you making a decision about, whether this be career or love or what. Decisions and seeing them very clearly and triumphing over them are a huge theme for you this week. And in your emotional self and how you're feeling, you're getting the Page of Cups, which some people really, I know that a lot of other readers and stuff like that, and decks, etc., really pin this card actually as you in the court. I kind of see you more as a Knight of Cups, and I see usually Cancer as Queen of Cups and Scorpio as King of Cups, but this is the essence of water. This is the essence of emotional self here, the essence of your emotions. So it does feel like a new beginning really in terms of your emotional self and how you're communicating emotionally. We're having a renewed sense in our, and just clarity, it feels like, in our emotions and what we want to communicate and how we want to communicate them. So there is this really beautiful, like, kind of awakening up of your emotional self and I do see a lot of growth here, actually, and I can't wait to get to that point. Let's quickly go over career and work, because that isn't taking the most precedence this week, unless, again, this whole decision is more about careers, more about that kind of stuff, and how you're emotionally involved in that. But Seven of Pentacles here has you kind of focusing on the areas where we're a little frustrated. We haven't seen the growth. We haven't seen the progression in terms of career that we want. We might not also be seeing the material wealth that we would like right now. You know, she's doing okay where she is, but, you know, she's working away at it, and she's still going to keep waiting until she can get to that Nine of Pentacles position of, you know, security, of abundance, of also feeling extremely stable. Hold on, a little crazy. So hopefully she won't do that again. But Seven of Pentacles, King of Wands. King of Wands is a really positive card to the Seven of Pentacles. It reminds you that you do have skills, that you are, you know, obviously well studied. You've worked hard at whatever it is that you're working at, and you have to have more confidence and belief in yourself. Take some leadership here, and, you know, bring that passion back into your work. And I think that it has you really focusing, you know, if you aren't satisfied where you are, what's going to put you in this position of King of Wands? Because this feels like, you know, where you see yourself, you know, in a better position, in a more, I don't know, for some of you, well-known position in terms of, you know, your craft and what you do. You want to have a stable, good position that you can rely on and, you know, show off to other people and say, yeah, look at what I can do. And aren't you excited about this? And like, look at, you know, what I've been able to create. Look at my skills. So the King of Wands is really where we want to be going, even if we are kind of at the Seven of Pentacles right now. So have faith, have confidence, you know, start acting like the King of Wands and changing your life towards that here. Or, really going for more creative opportunities. It feels like there's also an awakening of creativity to get you where you want to go, or to put you in that position, in that job, in that career path that you want to be in. So it's really focusing on that. All right, let's get into the more emotional again with the love stuff, because this is, I think, where we're seeing some big changes here this week. Because we got the King of Cups first, and followed by that was the World. And these are two very intensely beautiful cards here. King of Cups is that, you know, emotionally grown, empathetic, understanding, emotionally mature version of yourself. So it feels like you guys have grown. And not that, you know, that we are all on our own journeys, and at certain times we're not going to show off our best sides emotionally. Again, we're growing all the time. And there's no like lower version of you, higher. I mean, yes, there's your higher self, and you can always look to that for advice and guidance. But what I'm trying to say is this feels like you have grown a lot emotionally, leveled up emotionally, and, you know, you're seeing things in a better, more mature, healthy way here in terms of relationships. And for some of you, this kind of means that you're finally ready. And Pisces, it's a lot to get into, so I'm not going to get into all of it, but sometimes you guys do take a long time to really get to that emotional, and I'm not saying that you're emotionally immature, but that you're ready for that kind of relationship commitment. You know, you guys really are, you're the 12th house kind of sign. You're always looking for deeper understanding of things. You're looking for emotional depth. You're working through all of these inner things, and that sometimes, you know, puts your relationships with others in terms of love into a different timeline to when you're ready to be that King of Cups, and when you're ready to give that over, when you've gone through what you've needed to go through, experience what you've wanted to experience, so that you now feel ready for this. So I do feel that some of you guys have leveled out of maybe, I don't know, emotional existence that wasn't as fulfilling, and now you're ready to open yourself up to love. You're ready to really put your heart out there, put yourself like in a real place in terms of commitment and relationship, and that you really have this full cup of love for yourself now, that you're ready to accept and receive love from others, because that's very important in terms of love, you know, accepting and receiving. It's a whole thing. I know that I'm not like getting too into this, but, you know, it's a lot to get into. And the World here, the World shows up as a sign of completion, as the sign of coming to a greater understanding, as closing one chapter and opening a really beautiful new one. Again, for me, when I see the King of Chalices and the World together, I just get this sense that you're ready for more in terms of love. You're ready to also, again, you're at the point where you're ready to give and receive healthy committed, beautiful love. And again, maybe some of you are like, oh, committed, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, do you want to be in emotional turmoil constantly? I don't think so anymore. I don't think that that's what you're craving anymore. There's a real sense of knowing and this excitement of stepping into something very big and very real and really beautiful. Again, it's like this expanded consciousness. It's sometimes when you get the world there, you also get, you know, judgment right before it, which also comes up. So again, this could be having to do with somebody from your past, maybe another water sign, maybe a Scorpio, but there's something that's coming up and we're addressing this in a really mature and grown way. So again, the judgment says, like, what do you know, the world is asking you to change here. Life asks you to change. Circumstances ask you to shift, ask you to change, and to grow your awareness about a situation and the interrelation of all things here in a larger sense. I mean, when you get the world in judgment, there is this real sense of awakening and coming to a deeper understanding, connectedness, and desires for love, really. And again, it just feels like there is a really beautiful relationship opening up here. I'm going to pull one more just because these are 3 such powerful cards. But if you want these changes, if you see your love, if you finally, you know what you want in terms of a relationship, in terms of what you want in love, and you're ready to open yourself up to it, you know, the universe will ask you, are you ready to put all that other stuff behind? Are you ready for change? Are you ready to do what this requires, what this takes? Are you really there? And if you're in a relationship, you know, we're closing out, you know, some old chapters. We're bringing out our dead. We're communicating in a really matured and empathetic sense of one another. Ooh, whoa, yeah. And for some of you, this is like I said, there's like a real desire for like this commitment, this settle down, this like real intense love, you know, some, again, physical. I don't just mean it in a sexy way, but like physical love. You want physical affection, and you know, you want to be near this person. You want the material aspects of it. You want the physical aspects of it. You want to know that it is really there. And when you get the Ace of Pentacles, it's, you know, wait a second, I really want somebody that I can build a life with, that I can have all this with, that I can goof around with and have this deep emotional connection with. And I think I'm ready for that. So again, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, you know, you are looking for something stable, reliable, and extremely nurturing, loving, happy. You know, you want the full and total package here. And I don't know what had you wake up to this week, but like you guys woke up to this. And it's interesting because your advice and guidance this week is your card, the Moon. And when I get your card in the tarot showing up in such a prime position, I mean, anytime it shows up upright, you're in a very good headspace. You're feeling yourself in a way that maybe you haven't been lately. There is a sense of knowing within you and where you want to go. So you're in a very good space to follow your intuition right now. And with the Moon card showing up, you know, we're seeing the dark and light aspects here, but there is this sense of peace and harmony that we're stepping into after maybe being alone, being in the dark, being in this weird watery place that we've been in where, you know, we're in the ethers really. But we're coming out of that and we're really knowing where we want to go moving forward. We're following our intuition, we're following our passions, we're following what we really want, and we're ready to open ourselves up to this really, it just feels like a beautiful new chapter. Like, wow, this is a very nice week for you. Let's pull a couple of oracles because dang, these are some powerful messages. I feel like there's so much that we could dig into in terms of relationships. I can't wait to do your reading for June now, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to try to get through them all this week. Trying to get through them as fast as possible, guys. I'm a freelance animator, so I've been working on some big projects, and that takes up a lot of time. And I have another job, so it's been crazy, and that's why the May monthlies never came out, but June's will. Wow, for some of you, I mean, like, and I know this is like, I shouldn't be promoting these things during Venus retrograde, but it just feels so beautiful. But again, do watch out for that Venus retrograde stuff. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I can't help but feel that when you get the World and Judgment and Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Wait, I think I want that. And I think I'm ready for it. So again, maybe some of you are thinking about engagement, getting engaged, thinking of what you really do want your life to look like in terms of love and romance. And seeing love in a way that's more committed. Not so bad. Wow, Pisces, Illumination. What a beautiful card, right? It's from the Lynn V. Andrews Power deck. As darkness comes, the mirrors of your spirit reflect different images. It is the time when the world changes and your being begins to glow. Reflect on the new version that has been living on the perimeter of your consciousness. An idea is stalking you and awaits your invitation, a place within you to begin life. The totality of your creativity comes after you have begun your work on the sacred painting of your life. It is then that the muses of inspiration surround you like eagles and cheer you on to illumination. Take responsibility for your work and your life, and then illumination will follow. Wow. Beautiful messages this week, Pisces. Just wow. All right, guys, do make sure to check out your monthlies. Do make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do want to book a private reading, guys, all that information is always right below this video in the description box. Do check out Truly Divine for some really amazing astrology and numerology chart analysis. They do compatibility reports that just are incredible. So you can use my code Deku30 for 30% off of any purchase that you make with them. You can use it as many times as you want. You can send it to as many people that can also use it as many times as they want. So use that, guys. It's also in my description box. And so if you are trying to get in contact with me on Instagram right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm stuck in this verification loop and I cannot get on for even more than it's crazy. I get on and then I'm off again, and then I have to go through all these crazy things because Instagram doesn't have support or help and is not responding to me. So this has been a really frustrating and difficult time. So if you're wondering again, why I'm not responding on Instagram, why I'm not posting anything, it's because I can't get on right now and I don't know what the heck is going on. And it'd be great if a interface with billions of users like Instagram had support and help that actually responded, but they don't. So it's frustrating. Also, I just wasn't able to do the weeklies last week because I was sick. I still haven't gotten my results back because that's Florida for you. It's been over a week. They were we're going to get them back to you within 1 to 2 days. So who knows right now? And I'm feeling a lot better, obviously. So hopefully it wasn't that. But I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. Thank you again for all of your support, guys. Make sure to leave me a comment. Make sure to subscribe and have a blessed week. Namaste.